So good morning, buenos dias, bonjour. Thank you all for joining us, and especially to our host today. We have David Barrio and Isabelle Garcia from Clinique La Prairie. David, you're going to tell us a little more about Clinique, why it's so unique. And Isabelle, you will go a little more in depth with your new program, the Life Reset. So I'll let you, your screen is yours.
So hello, everybody. So we are based in Montreux, in Switzerland, on the shores of the Lake of Geneva. Most of our guests are coming through Geneva Airport, and we're approximately 1 hour 15 minutes. I'm sure some of you guys, most of you, you know exactly where is Montreux, since you are specialized in the travel industry. So let's focus on what is Clinique La Prairie. Clinique La Prairie, where we are, is not the cosmetic. Cosmetic was created in the same place, but we sold the brand in 1976. So what we do at Clinique La Prairie, it's more than a well-being destination and spa, but we are a private longevity clinic. So if there is something to remind, it's that we are specialized in a medical expertise and science and innovation. And it will be a good example with Isabelle today because she's part of the innovation team. And so we are not new into the longevity field. As you know, the longevity is becoming more and more popular since a couple of years. Just give you a number, like 10 years ago, we have approximately 3 longevity clinic centers in the world. And now we are talking about more than 1,000. So behind the wording longevity, it's important, like today, we can explain to you what is really longevity, because we are the global leader of longevity, not since the last 5 years or 10 years. We exist since 1931. So it's a very important element because more and more of your clients, especially the clients who are part of the ultra high net worth individuals, and you know that their concerns, you know how much money they have to buy a trip when they go on vacation. By the way, just to give you um, um, a point on the travel, before I'm ex-Four Seasons. I worked 18 years for Four Seasons as a director of sales marketing. I was Georges V, Grand Hôtel Saint-Jean-Cap-Ferrat. So today, I'm not going to talk about, of course, the destination very quickly, but I'm not going to talk about our rooms. What makes CLP unique is that we are a preventive clinic. It's the concern is about the health of your clients. And those clients who have so much money, they can buy absolutely everything. But there is only one thing they cannot control is the health. So health is becoming quite the new symbol of wealth. And this is where we are. Especially, I would say, since the COVID, a lot of things happened during the COVID. Every single market has been concerned by the COVID. And the clients or everybody ask more and more questions about what's happening inside their body. And they want to understand more about the immune system, the inflammation of the body. So the heritage and legacy, as I told you before, we exist since 1931 with Dr. Paul Nians, who was the pioneer in longevity and developed the cellular therapy in Lausanne. He was in Lausanne and has bought this beautiful house that still exists, the residence, where you can sleep. Some of your clients, they can also use the rooms to sleep there. It's under renovation. Currently, we are going to renovate 2 floors. So the rest of the rooms are located on the building that you can see completely at the end. It was before a boarding school. And this school has been completely refurbished as an hotel, a boutique hotel, I would say. 37 units in total. Big statement. Are you ready to change your life? First day when I arrived there and my director told me about that, I was like, whoa, it's a big, big commitment. But this is something that it's so important because a lot of our clients, they still think that the genetics make everything. But scientifically, we prove that it's not the genetic who's going to help you to live longer. What makes the big difference is what we call the epigenetics, which is in fact the lifestyle. Sleep, nutrition, um, level of pollution of the place where you live, uh, the movement. So all these elements are extremely important to live healthier, and this is what we really try to push with our clients, is to live healthier, better, and longer. So we have a unique longevity method with different steps. The first step is assessment and diagnostic. Let me explain quickly. Our clients, when they book a program, they book for 6 nights. They arrive on Sunday, not Tuesday or not Thursday. They have to come and check in on Sunday. Monday, we do a LMA, which is the Longevity Master Assessment. It's a very detailed blood assessment with 300 biomarkers. And at 5 p.m., they are going to meet our main doctor, or the main doctor is going to follow them during the full week. And on this specific blood test, we have this screening, genetic test, nutrition index assessment, well-being, movement, and the two on the top, the glycan ceramides, we are the first one in the world who has developed those two. One is called glycans, is to evaluate the level of inflammation of your body, and ceramides, it's to predict the cardiovascular risk in the next 10 years. And we give a number, which is so important for the client to understand where does he stand regarding his health. So we have 4 key pillars at Clinique Prairie. We have a leisure wellness, we have healthy lifestyle nutrition, and performance, the last one. So those three are easy, I would say, it's quite easy to duplicate them. Like at the time I worked for 4 Seasons, very easy to duplicate them. Of course, you need to find a very good chef. You need to have an excellent machine for the fitness, a good coach, leisure wellness, of course. You go in some 4 Seasons or Rosewood, you will find beautiful place, but there is one element which is for us and for clients, the most important part is the medical expertise, the health concern. So this is where we are above, I would say, the market, because just in Montreux, we have 55 doctors, specialists, and we cover more than 30 specializations. So it's a great combination of medical expertise with the hospitality at the same place. And it's very complex to combine both. But this is what we do, and it's working pretty well. give you an idea also about the ratio for the employees here. We have 37 units plus the medical, and we have a total of more than 300 people who work on property. So the world famous program at Clinique La Prairie is called the Revitalization, with nearly 100 years of research, with the legendary CLP extract. So this extract is going to help the patient to fight against the inflammation and to boost the immune system. So if your patient has some chronic disease, for example, it's a wonderful tool to sometimes just to stop the chronic disease. The success of the revitalization is 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 um, is fantastic at the Clinique La Prairie. We have almost 50% of our clients. They are coming back after 1 year and a half to do again the revitalization or to try other programs. So I'm going to pass this one quickly because we have not many, but we have couple of programs. I will send you the email. The brain potential, this one has been launched last year, but a lot of work before. Every program is certified by Swissmedics, which is the highest authority in Switzerland. Without their approval, it's impossible to implement the program at the Clinique La Prairie. We have the Master Detox, Healthy Weight, and the Life Reset program that my colleague Isabelle is going to explain. I don't want to miss this part because our approach, our philosophy is very different from the rest of the market. We are not limiting number of calories per day. Our chef is best chef of France in 2023. The food is absolutely incredible. People are really surprised when they come for the first time and discover our food. In our program, we include the transfer by limousine from Geneva Airport, all the rooms or the suite, depending on the expectation of the client, the request of the client, and also the full board and the program. The mission of the chef is, again, to find nutritional elements in the food to avoid the inflammation of the body and to boost the immune system. So use all the products, if possible, products from the region, except the red meat and alcohol. Because red meat, of course, especially if you eat red meat before to sleep, is going to develop the inflammation of your body. But you can eat seafood, fish, chicken. So last point for me, it's about the global presence. I mentioned that at the beginning. Our vision is to open 40 longevity apps and 10 health resorts. We already opened our first health resort in China outside of Shanghai, which is this one called NG. So we manage everything, including the accommodation. And the next one on the pipeline is October 2026 with Phuket, with also private residences. And Amala, huge project that will take place end of this year, early 27 with private residence. I'm sure you heard about Amala. It's related and linked to Red Sea project, but Amala will be in the north of Red Sea, dedicated for wellness, spa, and the Clinique La Prairie. We're the first company approached by the Minister of not tourism, but it's going directly from the Prince uh, bureau. And he asked to Clinique La Prairie if we'll be interested to develop a project there. So it's going to be very exciting, not only for us, but I think this part of Saudi is very interesting. They spend so much money. It's a new destination for many people. And the hubs, the difference with the health resort, the hubs, we do not manage hotels. We sign contract, a partnership with a brand, hotel brand company, like in Dubai, with one and only one Zabil. And we have a space dedicated for Clinique La Prairie, 3,000 square meter, so square feet, 30,000 square feet in a beautiful space where we have also some doctors on top of the fitness, wellness, and nutrition. And we have a project in New York City with, again, one and only in 2027 for Hudson, the one who's going to open close to Hudson River. So that's it for me. I'm going to pass the relay to my colleague Isabelle.
Thank you, David. So, Isabelle, all yours now. No?
You know, or you can pass here. You can
Okay, no, let's see if it's. Wait a bit. Voila. No. Okay, now it should work.
No.
Do you hear me well?
Yes, yes, yes. Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Sorry, do you hear me well,
Yes.
Dominique?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, David. I'm very happy to be here, and yeah, thank you so much for the invitation. As David said, I'm working in innovation in the innovation department at Clinique La Prairie for the last 3 years and a half. And my mission here is to bring new technologies and new treatments that are always like science backed. And yeah, always like to create like the theoretical background of the new products that we do. So I'm coming here to talk a little bit. What do we understand when we talk about aging, and what do we understand when we talk about longevity? Just to give like a few hints of our philosophy of longevity and aging, and then I'm going to be talking a little bit more specific about the Life Reset program. I just did it like very, very lightly, but if there is any question or you would like me to go a bit deeper on something, please don't hesitate to write in the chat and we will address it. So for us, the first thing is that we understand longevity not only as living a long life, right? But for us, longevity is a continuous cultivation of a life that is purposeful and a life that is fulfilled, that is resilient in face of problems, in the face of adversities, and that we have an amplified dimension of physical, mental, and social health. For us, this definition of amplified dimension is very important because it's already talking to us on the fact that we cannot really understand longevity without understanding that we want to pursue an optimal physical health, an optimal mental health, and an optimal social health. Good. Also for us, it's very important the distinction between lifespan and health span. And you have probably heard about health span. When we talk about lifespan, we're only talking about the years that we have lived. And when we talk about the health span, it's the years that we have lived in good health, where we are thriving, where we are building, where we are contributing to our family and to our community and to our society. So if we think about an average lifespan, we would see that we would spend a certain portion of this lifespan would spend it in good health, would spend it while we're thriving, while we're independent. This is what we call the health span. Then this would be followed by a period in which our health is beginning to decline. We're beginning to feel like, we are losing functionality related to before. And if it got exacerbated, would then spend a period of time of our lives that we spend on sickness, that we spend on dependency. We are not so autonomous and so independent as we were before. For us, our mission at Clinique La Prairie is to extend both the lifespan and the health span, so that at the end, over a life course, we have a situation like the one in the third row that we can see here, where we have a very, very long health span, so a lot of years spent like in a thriving health, followed by inevitable like a shorter period of time where we are in decline and a shorter period of time where we are in sickness. So we really want to not just spend the amount of years, but really work on this health span so that the person lives longer, but a better, more fulfilled life. For us, it's also very important to understand that aging is not a disease. We are not anti-aging. For us, aging is it's a gift, and we should treat it like that. And we should we should try to boost the health, the mental health, the physical health, the social health, in order to be able to thrive. But we are not anti-aging, we are pro-longevity. Also for us, another very important point is that we understand aging not as a fixed thing that we cannot modify, not as a fate that we cannot really manipulate, but we understand aging as plastic. And this plasticity is a critical in our understanding of longevity. So if we see to this, if we go on this figure that we are displaying here, if we can see that we go through life and we spend like very good amount of times while we are in our good health span, and where even if we suffer from some sickness or if we suffer from some health complication, we recover well, our health recovers well, and we begin and we recover this state of homeostasis where we were before. Usually, this is followed by a period in our lives where we might show subclinical symptoms, meaning that there's certain elements of our health that begin to not be as robust as before. We might take longer to recover from flus or from colds or from injuries that we suffer. We believe that this subclinical period is the ideal window for preventive medicine and for preventive intervention. That means we really want to catch up sicknesses before they become diseases, before they become clinical symptoms. In an ideal situation, we apply preventive medicine, we apply a preventive intervention, and we are able to restore our health to an optimal level as it was before. Sometimes this doesn't happen because some health problems are very aggressive, or maybe we are in a stage of our life where we don't have the resilience anymore to face these processes, and then we might enter in what we call a mild disease state, which at the end might turn into severe phenotypes. So for us, it's very important to work on these plastic moments and plastic mechanisms, in order to try to avoid the occurrence of things way before they become we begin to diagnose disease. So it is in this context and in this framework of us wanting to work on the health span, to work on an optimized physical health and optimized mental health, that we have created the Life Reset program. The Life Reset program is what distinguishes this Life Reset program is that we have built a theoretical framework in order to identify what are the main aspects, the main contributors to well-being and mental health. Every single assessment that we have and every single intervention that we have is mapped to one of these elements or several ones. And also we we have defined like the interdependencies that exist between them. And I'm gonna talk about this in a second. So here in this slide, we see displayed our the hallmarks of well-being and mental health. So for us, we believe that in order to have a thriving mental health, in order to have a thriving well-being, there are certain elements that we need to capture and that we need to address and take into account. The first of them is social connections. So like positive connections that we establish with people that matter to us. The second is circadian rhythms and sleep recovery. If we don't have like good rest, good sleep recovery, it's very hard to have a good mental health because we're going to be lacking vitality. We're going to be lacking our resources to face struggles and problems. Then we also have resilience to stress, or how good we are at facing adversity and recovering from it. We have vitality, and the counterpart of vitality is fatigue. Then we have three elements that are very physiological, which are cardiovascular health, gut-brain axis, and neuroimmune health. And this is just to, like, very briefly, we put them there because when people face stress, it's very typical that they either feel that they're having like cardiovascular issues like palpitations or lack of breath. So all that related to the cardiovascular issues. Sometimes people in face of stress, they do like me, they eat a lot, or it's completely the opposite. They are not able to take any food, or they have like stomach problems. This is why the gut-brain axis is fundamental also for mental health and well-being. And finally, there is a lot of people that in face of stress, sometimes they have like an allergy, the allergy worsens up, or even it triggers the allergy, the stress. So this is why we are not only putting there like psychological components, but also physical components that we believe they are very important of mental health and well-being. Finally, there are two elements that we are usually associating with a thriving mental health, which is the feeling of positive emotions such as joy, gratefulness, and also cognitive performance. Because when we are facing insomnia problems, when we are facing emotional difficulties to deal with our problems, one of the first things we notice is that we have cognitive problems, like we go to one part of the room and we forget what we're doing there, or we forget names, or we forget just little details that happen in a conversation before. That happens to a lot of people. So our program is unique in that it considers all these elements and tries to address in a way all the elements when we think about trying to optimize the mental health and the well-being of our guests. This is the target audience of this program. First of all, high-performing individuals. They want to have everything. They are executive, they are entrepreneurs, they are creatives, and they are extremely vulnerable to burnout, to chronic stress, to emotional exhaustion, or to feel like these little cognitive fog problems that we were just referring before. We believe this program will help them take ground, and will give them like certain resources in order to better control their body, control their stress, and we hope we can also convince them to prioritize certain habits that are very good for them, like sleep and nutrition and exercise and so on. The second big group of people that we have addressed this program for are longevity seekers, are people that are already like very health conscious. They might be wearing some trackers to track their health, and they are inspired by trying to optimize their health, especially in a way that is non-invasive, and they are also very open to mental health aspects and issues, such as trying to improve them via meditation or via paced breathing or talking to a mental health coach. There's people also that might be navigating a a life event. For example, they might have just lost their job, they might have moved to a new city, and they are still trying to figure out who their social network might be. Maybe they have lost a loved one, or they are going through a divorce, or a child has, or one of their children has moved out of their house. For all these people, we believe our program might also be addressed to them, and we'll give them like some resources to deal with, deal with stress, deal with chronic inflammation, and to try to help them in this regard. Finally, another group of audience that we have is a prevention segment. So it's people that, there's nothing wrong with them. They go to the doctor, and the doctor tells them that they feel okay, but they don't feel okay themselves. They might be having like a lot of difficulties falling asleep and calming their mind, because they have like a lot of worrying thoughts bombarding them and really like interfering with their sleep habits. Or they might feel like so fatigued and they don't know why. There's like emotional fatigue, and there's physical fatigue, there's even a bit of pain sometimes. Or they may have mood fluctuations, and they might be like, oh, I'm reacting in a way that I'm not like this. I wasn't like this before. Why is this getting under my skin so much? For all these people, we really want to help them prevent going on a burnout, or prevent going on suffering from depression, or from anxiety, or from any other problem. So our program is also thought for them. And in this next slide, we're going to be talking a little bit about the guest journey. I'm gonna leave the microphone again to David, and he's going to explain a little bit how is the longevity journey for this specific program. In 1 second, David, I'm just muting myself.
Thank you, Isabelle.
Voila, and you can go.
Thank you, Isabel. So, as I told you before, the longevity master assessment, which start on Monday with the blood test. Of course, the client arrive, all of them on Sunday, as I told you before. We will start Monday. The nurses will go to the suite or the rooms for the blood test. So the first day, it's really dedicated for the test. Then 5 p.m., the doctor will meet the patient. And on Tuesday, we have, based on the 9 hallmarks that Isabel mentioned, we have a couple of external specialists that we have selected after a long process to find the right people, like a psychologist, psychologist, sorry for the French accent, it's terrible. And we have also a person who is a well-being expert who is going to take some of the clients, so take the life reset and go for a journey adventure in the mountains close by the clinic, and just to reconnect with the nature, with someone extremely qualified about the different plants, and this is something we have seen also that people, especially for the people who live in big cities, when they come here in Switzerland, there is such connection with the beauty of the nature between the lake, between the mountains, and also it's an opportunity for the clients versus the other program to escape a couple of hours and go outside and be in the mountain. We have also Phil. Phil is a guy who worked with us since a couple of years. He wrote a couple of books on the breathing. He's really an expert of breathing. And he also was a diver without the oxygen bottles, of course, was kind of a coach for a couple of guys who did some international competition. So you can also spend time with the client to explain about how to breathe well. And there is a technique sometimes we do not realize, but you have to spend a couple of minutes per day, and that really changed. For me, for example, that really changed. I practice uh, what he told me to practice because I do asthma. Uh, and that really changed a lot of things for me. So it's just to make sure that you meet the right person who can give you a personalized advice and someone who is really qualified about a specific field. So um, yeah, so on the Life Reset program, we can. I just checked the time. Um, I'm going to, as I told you, we are going to send you, I'm going to send you the full program of the Life Reset program. So something that you can read already, that you can share with your clients. It's very well organized per day, what we plan to do with the clients. Um, and for any other question, do not hesitate. We have a couple of programs. We have brain potential um, or the revitalization. If the client need also the feedback from the doctor, from the specialist, uh, if you really feel that your client is ready to proceed but still reluctant because he want to talk to a doctor, this is something that I can organize with my REST team and connect and try to find to arrange a meeting on Teams um, with the doctor and your patient, your client. We call here patient, which is a good verbiage to use, uh, but also they are your clients. So I think we are at the end. Yes.
Yeah.
So I would like to thank you so much for the ones who are still with us. I hope it was an interesting theme, different from a typical hotel, as I told you at the beginning. But I'm sure some of you guys, you are uh, totally aware about the fact that longevity in the ecosystem of spa wellness is becoming more and more trendy, and some clients definitely um, they will need place like us um, to experience the real experience of the longevity because we are the leader since 1931. Uh, and the team here is not only about the level of service that we provide, but it's about the qualified specialists that we have. And we have also clients, sometimes they also take the opportunity on top of their programs to meet some of the specialists that we have on property, just to have a second advice of something that they have. And, uh, and we have also some different machines on property. We have two MRI machines. We have a department dedicated for radiology. So it's really like a, a clinic. So we provide a lot of services on site.
Thank you,
So
David. I,
thank you so much.
I
And
see, I see some question. So can I ask you the question? So
yep.
Jason said, I have a client going to Dubai for non-invasive medical treatment. She wants to go on from there to a place for a week as a wellness retreat, but not overly medical in nature. Would Clinique work for this, or do you not think it would be a good fit? I know the answer. I think it's a good fit. Anyway, you know?
Now, yeah, it's a good fit. Now, the best to do for me will be to put this person in contact with Dubai for any specific questions regarding what we provide on property, because as I told you before, we are not managing the rooms. We are managing the Clinique La Prairie.
But
So,
David, she said she can go from there to another place. So from Dubai to go to Clinique La Prairie in Montreux. That's what I feel. I don't know, Jason, if it's what you mean.
Okay. I thought it was for a client. So
Yeah.
the client
Yes.
is a resident where in Dubai?
No. She's going to Dubai. She's going to Dubai, and after Dubai, thinking about 1 week somewhere. Huh?
Yeah. Of course, we have.
So going to Montreux, and I think it's a great place.
Dubai, Geneva. It's 2 flights per day on 777, and it's 6 hours 50 minutes. And you arrive in Geneva, and from Geneva, we have our car pick up the client after 1 hour and 50 minutes. They are on the spot.
And you have different programs, Jason, so we can definitely find one that is not overly medical. We can send you the option, actually, and your clients can choose. Huh? Voilà. Suzanne, you said, are there programs specially designed to support breast cancer survivor in a physical, emotional, and lifestyle reset?
Yeah.
David or Isabel? Isabel, if you want to.
Isabel is going to reply.
Answer if you. Your speaker is off, Isabel. Voilà.
So I'll take this one. Okay, so usually we don't really address medical conditions, right? Like this includes cancer or neurodegenerative conditions. However, this person is in remission. So I think it would very nicely fit into this category of person who is navigating, or client that is navigating a life event, and then it can come to our program when the cancer is the cancer's condition is active. Then we don't really recommend, because we just don't. We have a lot of medical specialties, but oncology is unfortunately not the case. However, for people that are in remission and want to feel a little bit better, then absolutely. And I feel like the Life Reset program, it might be a great fit, actually, because it might really help with trying to regain emotional stability and to have like more resources to control our own anxiety and our own stress.
Thank you very much. Dave is asking, I've been to Cheno, Vegas for a week program. If clients ask why you differ from Cheno, what would you say are the key differences? Is it David or Isabel?
I can answer. I can?
Yes.
Can you
go ahead? Yes.
Yeah. So, because my sound system was switched off. So can you repeat the beginning of the question, please?
Alors, David said, I've been to Cheno, Vegas for a week program.
Yep.
If clients ask why you differ from Cheno, what would you say are the key differences?
Okay, history, legacy. We exist in the longevity field since almost 100 years. Second, it's the medical expertise, 55 doctors to cover 30 specialization. Innovation team in La Clinique La Prairie. Science, we have executive scientific committee, 12 people around the globe. They meet here to talk about only longevity with the best expert. Nutritionists, we don't have nutritionists here. We have dietitian, all PhD level. They are doctors. So, all those, the quality of the medical expertise is really something that explains a big difference between us and the rest of the market. And of course, we have different things like the food I mentioned before. If you want to stay with us, we have the best chef in France in 2023. So of course it's not, you know,
The food
you
is
cannot.
amazing.
Yeah.
Voilà. I never seen a spa or wellness, anything I've been to where the food level. Yeah, it's gorgeous. So I see, Bobby, you said fabulous. This needs to be my 65th birthday present to myself. Sounds amazing. And you see, Bobby, it's a great idea. When I was there, that I met a dentist actually, and she was here for the revitalization, and her three daughters actually gave her the revitalization for her 65th birthday as a birthday gift. So you can
Yeah,
also, yes, great.
we have plenty of clients who offer for
Yeah.
the parents. So last time, like 2 weeks ago, I have a client uh, from UK, and she approached me by email. Said we discussed during the New Year's Eve, the Christmas period, uh, that Clinique La Prairie will be the or one of the program we'll offer will extend to my mother who is going to pass the 65 years old. It's like the gift. Yeah, because they mentioned about longevity. This is something we talk about at home. We saw on the TV. A lot of people talk about that. Davos that take place. You know, this important discussion between CEOs and different politicians. One of the key subjects discussed this year was longevity.
Mhm. No, it's definitely a great gift. Huh? So, Dave, you were mentioning a place, Mayor Life, as a specific post-cancer program. Well, I don't know about this place. I don't know, David or Isabel, if you know about it either. Huh? But anyway, just I know for
No.
emotional support follow-up,
Something,
you do. Yeah.
something to just remember about uh, Clinique La Prairie. A lot of things to remember, of course, after this short presentation, but to keep it simple for the clients, we don't treat addictions.
Mhm.
Okay? If you have a client, because sometimes we have clients because it's a clinic, they think that we cover all the different areas. We have also different clinics specialized to do that, but not us. Addiction, I mean drug addiction, alcohol addiction, we don't do that.
Mhm.
Same for cancer. We are not a place where we treat cancer. Okay, but remission, yes,
Yeah.
the revitalization could help for that.
Mhm.
Uh, we are a preventive clinic,
Mhm.
very important.
Voilà. Well, thank you very much. I think we were a little bit over the time, but that was so interesting and so much in detail. So we will be sending David and Isabel the presentation and the recording as well. Huh? And Jason, we will send you some information for your clients for post-cancer remission. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, David. Thank you, Isabel. I love to see you again and on a new program or something because I think we always need more explanation how to sell it. So I hope everyone enjoyed it. Huh? Thank you. Buenas tardes.
Thank
Au
you.
revoir. Merci.
Bye bye.